Go, Alyssa. Tip them off.
Greetings, fans. I'm Kevin, the voice of Change Houston, welcoming you to another year of excitement here at Ricoh Indy Field. Today's ball game brought to you by Ricoh, where if you imagine it, we can help you change it. This year at Ricoh, the journey continues. All teams in every league have been tasked to execute the services-led strategy by focusing on people, internal, customer, and financial elements that have been identified as the vision for this all-important fiscal year. The Ricoh vision has been imagined. Now we must implement the change needed to make it happen. Today we'll be focusing on the all-star team, Lyons leaders. For fiscal year 2014, Coach Sean Lyons' stated focus will be on better executing the basic fundamentals of the sales process. By honing in on the fundamentals, he feels, and rightly so, that his team will improve and every member will exceed their fiscal year 2014 stated goals and objectives. Let's meet the team. Arnold?
Thanks very much, Kevin. Arnold Scott down here at Ricoh Fields again. Chuck Norman Bates, why have you decided to join Team Ricoh?
Well, you know, Scott, it was really a pretty easy decision for me. I wanted to be with a team that supports the customer experience and maximizes operational efficiency every day. This team measures customer satisfaction and improves sales productivity like none other. We provide actionable customer data analysis engagement. We build e-commerce capability and have simplified the order-to-cash process. We are really set up to drive brand awareness this year.
Great. Driving brand awareness. Thank you very much,
Sounds
Chuck
good.
Norman
Thanks a
Bates.
lot.
Thanks again, Kevin. I'm still Arnold Scott. Follow me at Twitter at Arnold Scott. Josh Oldman Kern, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
So, how are you driving results in 2014, Josh?
Well, you know, at the end of last year, I really had to ask myself a few important questions. You know, if a customer currently doesn't have Ricoh, why is that? You know, what services in our portfolio would be of most value to our customers, and how can we start the sales cycle for these services? You know, those are just some of the questions that Coach Lyons and I had to address before this season. You know, he's really not as dumb as he looks and was able to provide some significant insight that should put us in position to win this year.
He's not as dumb as he looks. Thank you, Josh Oldman Kern.
Thanks, Arnold.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Arnold Scott down here at Ricoh Fields. I'm here with Ben Scintillating Sailor. Ben, what are your thoughts on the year?
I think the way we were able to finish last year strong was a good tone setter for this year. We were able to promote increases in core hardware and services revenue for our existing customers. We were also able to expand customer wins and core revenue associated with new customer accounts and ultimately deliver exceptional customer service. This is what it is all about this year for this team.
That's what it's about all this year for this team, Team Ricoh. Back to you, Kevin.
Arnold, it's all yours.
Thanks again, Kevin. Arnold Scott down here at Ricoh Fields. I'm with Alyssa, the magnificent McClure, and here we are. I'm wearing SPF 82 on my forehead. Alyssa, if I was to say the name Marty, what comes to mind?
Rodigan, you know what? He really set our strategy well for this season. Two things that he talked about that really resonated with me, helped me prepare for the big jump on the team. Asking myself if the customer has services from Ricoh, are they receiving the value and qualify for service they expected? What additional services would be a bit of benefit to them? And one other part made sense was that the discipline of asking myself whenever I talk to new customers, am I truly leading with services? When I was finally able to say yes to both of those questions, I got the call up to the majors.
She's leading with services, Kevin. Back to you.
No. Back to you, Arnold.
Kevin, thanks again. Arnold Scott, still down here at Ricoh Fields. I'm here with Steve TDNH Blumke. Steve, you stuck with the team in your free agent year. Tell us about it.
Yeah, well, this organization is really about strengthening employee engagement. When I looked around at other teams, nobody was willing to invest in their employees through training, development plans, and differentiated performance reviews like Team Lyons. We enable an environment that fosters teamwork across the organization. We recruit and attract the best talent to drive our services-led business model. Ultimately, we focus on broadening our insight messaging so that all employees can confidently articulate and our value proposition and live the insight.
Kevin, he's invested in Team Ricoh. Back to you.
Right back at you, Arnold.
Thanks again, Kevin. Arnold Scott down here at Ricoh Fields. And we're here with Scott Arnold, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about growth. Scott, tell us a little bit about growth. Well, when you've been around the league as long as I have, you know all the tricks of how Canon overpromises or Sharp underdelivers or Toshiba pretends they're on our level. I'd be embarrassed to represent an organization that doesn't live and breathe the customer-focused approach we do. Our four key areas that we define our strategy have set us up to knock everyone else out this year. Strengthening employee engagement, delivering exceptional customer experiences, supporting the customer experience, maximizing operational efficiency, and improving revenue strategy and driving cost effectiveness. Scott, has anybody ever told you before that you're a good-looking man? I've heard that before, Arnold.
De nuevo a usted, Arnold.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Feeling a little like paparazzi out here. Looking for Dan the Fantastic Fitterling for nearly 10 minutes and 2 takes. We're looking, oh, there he is, Dan the Fantastic Fitterling. Dan, how are you today?
Well, you know, you figure that a multi-million-dollar organization would have something better than a porta potty, but other than that, I'm doing great.
I'm with you, Dan. So, you trended up in 2013. Tell us about that and your goals for 2014.
Well, to be honest with you, Arnie, it was a few different things. I was able to develop partners and alliances with mutually agreed revenue targets and simplify our billing process to retain customers by growing total document volume. I really started when I was listening to CEO Marty say we must change how we're doing business and the existing customers that we're doing business with. Who has the customer site the responsibility to purchase these services? It just clicked when I heard that.
He agrees with Marty, and so do I, Kevin. Back to you.
Really? Back to you, Arnold.
Thanks again, Kevin. Arnold Scott here in the dugout at Ricoh Fields with Sean, the legendary Lyons. So, legendary, tell us what you think about this year's team.
They're good.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your goals for 2014, Sean?
To win.
Sean, we've heard that you brought in 2 future All-Stars, Alyssa and Chuck. Tell us whether you think they're going to be successful or not.
Yes.
Thanks very much, Sean, the legendary Lions. Kevin, back to you.
Go to the series!
Thanks, Arnold. Well, that's it from here at Ricoh Field. Ricoh, imagine change.